Welcome to the deep dive. We take a whole stack of sources, research, notes, and really boil it all down to the insights you need.
And today, our mission is digging into a really big one. Ramit Sethi's I Will Teach You to Be Rich.
Yeah, it gets some serious praise. Seth Godin said, the easiest way to get rich is to inherit. This is the second best way, knowledge and some discipline. High bar.
It really is. And Penelope Trunk, she called it the best $13.90 you ever spent. It'll pay for itself by the end of chapter 1. I mean, that's quite a claim.
Definitely grabs your attention.
Yeah.
And Remit's style, it's, well, unique. The San Francisco Chronicle described him as part frat boy and part Silicon Valley geek with a little bit of San Francisco hipster thrown in.
He just makes complicated stuff feel manageable, even fun somehow, which is perfect for what we're doing here.
Exactly. And especially for you, our listeners in the cash flow circle. We know you're a community of learners and doers, building wealth one smart step at a time.
Right. Coming from all walks of life, different situations. So we thought this deep dive would be a great companion for your Wednesday walk.
Get some fresh air, exercise, and soak up some really powerful financial ideas from Ramit's book.
So the questions we want to tackle for you today are, who really gets the most out of this book? What are the key lessons?
And maybe, how can you figure out which chapters need your focus? Plus, how to maybe take some useful notes as you go through it.
Good plan. Let's start with who it's for. J.D. Roth said it's for 20-somethings and everybody else, which is broad, but Ramit narrows it down.
Right. He talks about the Bs. Who are they exactly?
They're the biggest group, he says. The folks who are not doing anything but could be persuaded to change that if you figure out what motivates them. It's that movable middle.
That makes sense. Not total beginners, not experts, but ready for a push. Like Christopher Stevenson said, Ramit's like that college friend who just gives you the real advice, no sales pitch.
Yeah, just good, solid advice. And the core idea isn't about becoming some kind of financial wizard.
No, it's about living your life and having money serve you. Right. Not the other way around.
Precisely. You don't have to be an expert. You just need to cut through the noise. And this is key. Get started. That alone helps ditch the guilt so many people feel.
That guilt factor is huge. And just starting. It sounds simple, but it's where people get stuck. How does he address that paralysis?
Well, that leads right into his first big philosophy, the 85% solution.
Ah, yes, the 85%. Tell us more.
It's basically saying getting started is more important than becoming an expert. He'd rather you act and get it 85% right than just sit there doing nothing, aiming for 100% perfection that never happens.
So it's permission to be imperfect, which is actually faster.
Oh.
Okay, I like that. What's another pillar?
The power of automation. This is huge in the book. Setting up systems so your money just flows, goes where it needs to go automatically.
So you're building wealth without constantly thinking about it, earning while you sleep, as he puts it.
Exactly. And tied to that is start early, even small. That Smart Sally versus Dumb Dan example is, well, kind of mind-blowing.
Oh, remind us of that one.
Okay, so Smart Sally invests $100 a month just from age 25 to 35, then stops. 10 years total.
Okay.
Dumb Dan waits until 35, then invests $100 a month for 30 years. Way longer.
And Sally ends up with more.
Yeah, like $80,000 more, roughly. Even though she invested for only a third of the time, it just shows.
Time is everything. Compounding. Start early. Got it.
Absolutely. The single most important thing you can do to be rich is to start early.
Now, he also kind of shakes things up with budgeting.
Right. He basically says budgeting sucks, which, let's be honest, a lot of people probably agree with.
He says nobody ever does it, flat out. So what's the alternative if traditional budgets are doomed?
Conscious spending. It sounds less restrictive.
It is. It's about deciding upfront, consciously, where your money will go: fund, saving, investing, rent, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you spend guilt-free within those choices. So it's not deprivation, it's redirection. Spending more on things you love, maybe, but cutting back hard on things you don't even care about.
Exactly. Focus on the big wins, he says. Like cutting back $300 on eating out is way more impactful than agonizing over, generic cookies versus brand name.
Find the big levers. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And the last core principle.
Debt is the enemy. He's really emphatic about this. Paying it off quickly, the best financial decision you will ever make.
Because it holds you back, right? Keeps you in jobs you dislike, stops you saving.
It means giving up choices, giving up freedom. It's that serious.
Okay, so those are the big ideas.
Yeah.
For our Casual Circle listeners, on their Wednesday walk, how do we turn this into, actual steps?
Perfect transition. Ramit uses his 6 weeks of action steps. Think of it as a potential focus for your next 6 walks. Bite-sized progress.
Nice. So, week 1.
Week 1, credit cards. Your invisible wealth builder or destroyer. Understanding credit, he argues, saves you tens of thousands over your lifetime.
And the specific actions, like what really moves the needle on your score?
Paying your bill regularly. That's huge, 35% of your score. Getting fees waived, just call and ask, like that Eric Henry example, getting $59 back. Simple.
Okay, what else?
If you're debt-free, increasing your credit limit can help your utilization rate another 30% of the score. And just keeping cards open and active for a long time, history matters.
And the flip side, the dangers.
Oh yeah, miss one payment, your score can tank over 100 points, your APR could shoot up to 30%, late fees, it can even affect rates on your other cards. It's a big deal.
Wow. Okay, so getting out of debt if you're in it.
First, figure out exactly how much you owe. Then, try negotiating the APR down. He gives scripts, says they work about half the time. Then, figure out where the payment money will come from. Just start.
And he's not a fan of constantly shuffling balances around with 0% offers.
No, he calls it a distraction. Short-term gain, long-term hassle. He quotes Warren Buffett saying he never met a rich person who got there using credit card points. They lived below their means.
Solid advice. Okay, week 2.
Week 2. Beat the banks. Getting high interest, low hassle. He points out how traditional banks might pay you like 0.5% interest, but lend your money out at 7%. That's quite a spread.
Yeah, not in your favor. So the move is online high-interest accounts. Usually no fees, no minimums. Watch out for the bank's marketing tricks, though. Rates, minimums for free stuff, upsells.
So be aware of the games, and you can negotiate.
Definitely. Ask for no-fee accounts. Threaten to leave if they refuse. Use the leverage you have. And avoid overdrafts. Set up transfers. Keep a small cushion. If one happens, call and ask them to waive the fee. Often works.
Good tips. Week 3 feels important.
Week 3, investing the biggest money-making vehicle. Ramit calls investing the single most effective way to get rich. Access to the stock market, basically.
Where do you even start? It feels complicated for many.
He simplifies it with the ladder of personal finance. 5 steps, building on each other.
Okay, what are they? 1. Get your 401k employer match. That's free money, basically. 2. Crush your high-interest debt, especially credit cards. 3. Open and max out a Roth IRA if you can.
Got it. Steps 4 and 5.
4. Go back to the 401k and contribute more up to the max limit. 5. Then, if you still have money to invest, open a regular taxable brokerage account.
That's a really clear path. And the benefits of, say, a 401k.
Huge. Pre-tax money means an instant 25% accelerator. The employer match is free money, and it's automatic investing usually.
And the Roth IRA.
Tax-free growth, tax-free withdrawals in retirement. Plus, you can usually take out your contributions anytime without penalty, which adds flexibility. He strongly suggests discount brokerages, by the way. Lower fees.
And dealing with the fear of investing. Losing money.
He flips it, says if you're not investing in the long term, you're losing money every day because of inflation. Doing nothing is losing money. Risk aversion can be costly.
That's a powerful reframe. Okay, week 4. We've set up accounts. Now what?
Week 4. The conscious spending plan. This is where you actually map out where your money goes each month.
How does he break that down?
4 simple buckets. Fixed costs aim for 50-60% of take-home pay. Investments 10%. Savings goals another 10%. And guilt-free spending money the remaining 20%.
That seems doable. Simple categories.
And he stresses realistic goals. Saving $20K for a down payment feels huge, right? But break it down. Over 3 years, it's $555 a month. Over 5 years, $333. Suddenly, it feels achievable. Sustainable change, not short bursts.
And he mentions the envelope system.
Yeah, as a tool. Can be real cash in envelopes, or digital using apps like Mint, or even just a separate debit card for your fund money. When the envelope's empty, you stop. Simple constraint.
Okay, makes sense. Week 5. This feels like where it all comes together.
Week 5. Automate your money, hands-off wealth building. This is the dream, right? Creating the automatic money flow.
Explain that flow.
Paycheck hits your account. Money automatically goes to your 401k. Then into checking. From checking, automatic transfers that money to your Roth IRA, your savings goals, pay your bills.
So you're not manually moving money around all the time.
Exactly. Set it up once. Get account info, set up direct deposit, link accounts, switch bills to auto pay. Keep a small buffer, maybe $500 in checking.
And the payoff?
You stop seeing money as this constant chore. It becomes a tool working for you automatically without the manual drudgery. That's freedom.
Okay, that covers the 6 weeks. But the book goes deeper, right? Into optimizing.
Oh, yeah. Investing deeper. He takes aim at actively managed mutual funds.
Why? What's the issue?
High fees, mostly. And the fact that most managers, like 75% of them, don't actually beat the market average over time. Plus, survivorship bias makes the reported results look better than they are.
Right, they only show you the winners, so what does he recommend instead?
Index funds. Simple, computer-driven funds that just aim to match a market index like the S&P 500. Low
Yep.
cost, tax efficient, minimal effort. Just track the market.
Makes sense. And what about deciding what kinds of investments to hold?
That's asset allocation. He stresses this is the most significant part you can control. That Brinson study showed over 90% of your portfolio's ups and downs come from your asset allocation, your mix of stocks, bonds, etc.
So the mix matters more than picking individual winners. How do you simplify that?
Life cycle funds are a great option, he suggests. They're index funds that automatically adjust the mix based on your age. Super simple.
Nice. Any other investing tips?
The rule of 72, quick way to estimate doubling time. Divide 72 by your expected annual return. And dollar cost averaging, investing a fixed amount regularly, no matter what the market's doing, takes emotion out of it.
Okay, beyond investing, what about the other side of the equation, earning more?
Big focus, increasing your earnings. Negotiating a raise is one. Use that Jamie example. Be prepared, quantify your results, show how you help the company, have a plan.
And getting a new job.
That's when you have peak leverage. Negotiate hard, ideally with multiple offers at the same time.
Makes sense. What about side hustle?
Freelance work, lots of ideas. Babysitting, virtual assistant work online, tutoring, dog walking. Basically leveraging any skill or just your time to help busy people.
All right, what about those huge purchases? Cars, homes.
Managing big purchases. Same conscious spending idea applies. Do you want the basic Corolla and invest the difference, or the BMW if you can truly afford it? It's about priorities.
Car buying tips.
Don't stretch the budget. Check resale value, kbb.com. Look for incentives. And negotiate hard. Use dealer cost info from sites like fightingchance.com. Ramit's 17 facts strategy is legendary. And maintain your car.
Okay, maintain the car and homes.
Look beyond the sticker price. Factor in taxes, insurance, maintenance, the full cost. Aim for a 20% down payment as possible to avoid PMI. Keep that credit score high. Check HUD.gov for first-time buyer help. Compare online Zillow, Redfin, Insure.com.
The theme seems to be priorities are key, you can't have everything, and negotiate like crazy on big stuff.
That sums it up pretty well. Negotiate the hell out of it.
One last area, talking about money with a partner. The dreaded DTR.
Yeah, that define the relationship. Talk about money. He frames it positively, though. It's not about criticizing. It's about figuring out ways to help each other so you can grow together.
So it's collaborative, not confrontational.
Exactly. Go in with an open mind. Maybe share your own money background first, how your parents handled it. Understand each other's perspectives. It's about teamwork.
Okay, bringing this all back to the cash flow circle folks. So on their walk, how do they integrate this? How do they take notes?
Right. Use those 6 weeks as a guide. Maybe focus on 1 week per walk. Ask yourself, which step feels most relevant right now? Is it credit cards, banks, investing, automation?
Let that guide your focus. What about note-taking? Keep it simple.
Absolutely. Remember, the 85% solution applies here too. Don't overcomplicate it. Identify your personal big wins, those 1-2 spending areas where cuts would free up the most cash for you. Eating out, subscriptions.
And maybe use that envelope system mentally. Decide, okay, this much for guilt-free fun this month.
Perfect. Or even use a separate card. And definitely leverage the online tools mentioned. Bankrate, Mint, Credit Karma, Dinkytown calculators, the Debt Snowball site. They do the heavy lifting.
What about tracking investments if you have multiple accounts?
Think one pot solution. View all your investments together for asset allocation purposes. Makes it way less daunting. Set calendar reminders for check-ins or transfers like Remit does.
And tracking cash. Don't obsess.
Yeah, use cards for automatic tracking where possible. For cash, just grab receipts, enter them maybe once a week, make it a weekly priority, not a daily burden.
The big takeaway seems to be small, sustainable steps. It's not a sprint.
Exactly. It's not a race. Habits don't change overnight. The goal is a simple system, making tough choices up front, automating, and then the best part, spending guilt-free.
By setting up that system, you become, as Ramit says, extraordinary. You're taking action.
And remember his point about a rich life being more than just money. It's getting good at something and then passing it on to others, sharing the knowledge.
So, a final thought for everyone walking and listening today, maybe something to mull over on the rest of your walk. Now that you've got these principles, these steps, What's your definition of a rich life? And what's the absolute first conscious step you'll take to start living it? And maybe even share that journey with your community.